Jasper stood in the crystalline throne room of the Velkari Empire, his heart hammering against his ribs. The alien queen towered before him, her 4 eyes gleaming like polished obsidian, her chitinous crown catching the light of 3 distant suns. Behind her, Princess Dani, half human, half Velkari, watched with barely concealed anxiety. "Ambassador Jasper of Earth," the queen's voice resonated through the chamber, translated by the neural implant behind his ear. "You have served our court for 3 cycles. You have learned our ways, spoken our tongue, broken bread at our table." She leaned forward, her massive frame somehow both intimidating and graceful. "Do you desire my daughter?" The question hung in the air like a blade. Jasper had known this moment would come. Dani had warned him. Her human eyes filled with worry, even as her Velkari features remained diplomatically neutral. The queen was testing him, as she tested all who came too close to her only heir. The court held its breath. A dozen alien dignitaries watched from the gallery. One wrong word could mean war. Earth was still young in the galactic community, still proving itself worthy of respect. "Your Majesty," Jasper began, choosing each word carefully, "I desire nothing." A ripple of confusion spread through the chamber. Dani's face fell. "Explain yourself, human." The queen's tone carried a dangerous edge. Jasper stepped forward, his boots echoing on the polished floor. "Among my people, Your Majesty, we have a saying, 'Desire is taking, love is giving.'" He turned to look at Dani. Her dual heritage evident in every feature, her mother's elegant exoskeleton blending seamlessly with her father's human bone structure, her eyes holding both species' capacity for emotion. "I do not desire your daughter as one desires a prize to be won, a territory to be claimed, or a jewel to possess. I have watched other suitors come before you. The Krill prince who desired her for alliance, the Tethon lord who desired her for status, the Meridian duke who desired her beauty for his collection." The queen's antennae twitched, a sign Jasper had learned meant she was listening intently. "What I feel for Dani cannot be contained in the word desire. When she laughs, I do not desire to capture that laugh and keep it for myself. I desire to create more moments that might make her laugh again. When she succeeds, I do not desire to take credit. I wish to build a foundation from which she can soar even higher." Jasper's voice grew stronger, the fear replaced by conviction. "When she struggles, I do not desire to solve her problems and make her dependent. I wish to stand beside her as she conquers them herself. When she dreams of uniting the human and Velkari peoples, of building bridges between worlds, I do not desire to reshape those dreams to match my own. I wish to help her achieve the vision that burns in her heart, even if it means I must fade into the background." Dani's hand moved to her chest, covering the place where both her hearts beat. "So no, Your Majesty. I do not desire your daughter. I love her, and love among humans means wanting nothing except her happiness, her growth, her freedom to become whoever she chooses to be, even if that choice leads her away from me." The silence that followed was deafening. Then, something impossible happened. The great queen of the Velkari, conqueror of star systems whose word could end civilizations, began to weep. Tears, alien in their chemical composition but universal in their meaning, rolled down her armored cheeks. "You understand," she whispered, her voice breaking. "You actually understand." Jasper stood frozen as the queen descended from her throne, moving with a mother's urgency rather than a monarch's grace. She approached him, and for a terrifying moment, he thought he had failed. Instead, she placed one massive hand gently on his shoulder. "Dani's father was human," the queen said, her voice thick with emotion. "Commander Richard Chen, your planet's first ambassador to our world. When I asked him the same question 30 years ago, he gave me the same answer. Not in the same words, perhaps, but with the same heart. She turned to her daughter. Your father taught me that love and desire are different things, that humans possess a remarkable capacity to see others not as objects to be obtained, but as souls to be cherished. I thought it was unique to him alone. I have spent decades testing every suitor, searching for someone who understood what he understood. The queen looked back at Jasper, her 4 eyes shining. And now, at last, I have found one. A human who knows that my daughter is not a bridge between our peoples to be used, not a symbol to be displayed, not a prize to be won, but a person to be loved. Dani moved forward, tears streaming down her own face. She took Jasper's hand in hers, the gesture simple yet profound. "Mother," she said quietly, "may I—" "You have my blessing," the queen said, her voice carrying the weight of both personal joy and political significance. "Not because he is human, not because it will strengthen our alliance, but because he loves you the way you deserve to be loved." She addressed the assembled court, her voice returning to its commanding resonance. "Let it be known across all systems. Princess Dani and Ambassador Jasper are to be bonded. And let it also be known that humanity has taught the Velkhari Empire something we had forgotten, that the greatest strength is not in taking, but in giving, not in desire, but in love." As the court erupted in celebration, Jasper held Dani close. Understanding finally that he had not won her heart through his answer, he had simply revealed that she had won his long ago, and that made all the difference.